I don't recall having a twin brother, but the creature outside of my tent sounds exactly like me. A road trip sounds harmless, right? I just needed a little bit of time off from work, that's all. So I decided to take the first vacation of my life last year, but after what happened, I think this might also be my last. Some miles south and a little east of the city, there's a free campground. I set up my junior scout tent in the fading twilight. Mine was the only one there. I had the place all to myself, well, at least for the time being. After a quick meal of apples pilfered from a previous campground, I did my usual travel log spiel to my video camera by lantern light before turning in. I'm not sure how long I slept. I know I checked the time, but I'll be damned if I can recall what it was. Something had disturbed my well-earned beauty rest, but I was too groggy to remember what it had been. I sat up, too alert to fall back asleep, but too sleepy to be totally awake. Something brushed the side of my tent, and suddenly I was more awake than I'd ever been. From the sound of the footsteps, it was walking on two legs. That was a first. My mind immediately jumped to the worst possible conclusion. Bear. Sitting there in the dark with my heart beating in my throat, I had no way of telling which species I was dealing with. I was 30 yards from a sturdy cement block outhouse that might be better shelter. As quietly as I dared, I slipped my boots on and got ready to dash. The tent zipper seemed impossibly loud in the night as I worked it open centimeter by centimeter. I moved agonizingly slowly. Once outside, I craned my neck around to see if the creature was between me and the outhouse. With the incredible illumination of the Milky Way, I could see the campground clearly all the way to the tree line. There was nothing out there. I could feel something watching me. It was like feeling an insect crawl along the back of my neck. There was no logical way for me to know something had its eyes on me, but out there in the dark, in the middle of nowhere, all alone, I couldn't dismiss it. Still on high alert, I crept along and tried not to crunch the gravel under my feet too loudly. The outhouse was still my best bet. The door was propped open by a stone, but inside there was a heavy-duty bolt lock. I would have to spend the night surrounded by the smell of human poo, but I figured that was a fair trade for not getting mauled or eaten. My hand was on the latch when I heard the awful crunch of footsteps in gravel behind me. I kicked the stone propping the door open out of the way and slammed the heavy metal door shut, no longer caring how much noise I made. Whatever was on the other side had thumbs. Something tugged on the door as I struggled to bolt it shut. I won, but it was close. There was a metal mesh along the top of the structure for ventilation. Through it, I heard the bellows of heavy breathing that matched my own. My phone was back in my tent because I'm an idiot. There was no way to tell time. The same stupid impulse that brought me out there in the first place kicked in. I had to know. Hello? Silence. Maybe they hadn't heard me. And then, hello? My heart dropped. The voice was masculine like my own, and the sound of it was a kick to the gut. I couldn't even tell you why it made me so uneasy. I'm sorry, I thought I was alone. I said, I'm alone. Every syllable was jarring. I'm sorry, I freaked out. I didn't think there was anyone else here. Sorry, I'm here. You'd think now that I knew it was another camper I would have opened the door, but I never did. Some deeply buried instinct kept me from taking my hand off the bolt. You scared the crap out of me. Are there more tent sites out in the trees or something? I'm something. There are more. His words made me sick to my stomach. Again, I couldn't have even told you why, only that they did. From his odd word choice, I guessed English wasn't his first language. Do you need to